Good day, my name is Via Ballesteros together with Kenneth Flores, Lime Garcia, Isaiah Yenko, Jasper Quintana, and Adrian Paul Tenorio. And this is the summary of our laboratory experiment. Our first laboratory experiment is about playful polymers. To create the first polymer, we need 2 cups of flour, 1/2 cup of sodium chloride, 4 teaspoons of potassium bitartrate. We gradually added the 160 ml of hot water, then add 2 tablespoons of oil. Mix the ingredients thoroughly until you get a matte, smooth, and clay-like texture. And this is the result for our first polymer. For our second polymer, we used 2 cups of cornstarch and 240 ml of water. We consistently mixed the 2 ingredients together while gradually pouring water. We mixed until the powder was no longer visible and poured a few drops of food coloring. Now this is the result of our second polymer. It is an oobleck which has properties of both liquid and solid. It becomes solid when force is present and immediately becomes liquid if there is none. And for our third and last polymer, we used 355 ml of water, 355 ml of polyvinyl acetate, and 3 teaspoons of sodium borate. Then we also added a few drops of food coloring. We thoroughly mix the ingredients together, then later on drain the water using a strainer. And here is the result for our third and last polymer for the first laboratory experiment. It is a slime-like mixture that is shiny and bouncy in texture. For our second laboratory experiment, we used 3 paper clips and 3 pieces of copper wires. We stripped off the insulating cover of the paper clip and straightened it out. Then we cut the 3 pieces of copper wires the same length as the straightened paper clips. As shown in the video, we bent the wire back and forth rapidly until it became hot. Then we let it cool slowly. We did the same method to every paper clips and every copper wires we had. After bending each paper clip and copper wire, we heated each one of them using a gas stove until it glowed bright orange. We then left it to cool slowly, and then again, we heated until it glowed bright orange, then cooled it using water. That concludes our second laboratory experiment. For our third and last laboratory experiment, we created gelatin by heating the water to almost boiling point, then mixing 1 gelatin packet to it. We then created gulaman by heating the water to boiling point, then mixing a block of gulaman to it. Then we filled up 4 clear glasses with fresh milk, tap water, gelatin, and gulaman. Then we pointed a laser to each of it, starting with the gulaman. The laser barely passed through. On the other hand, the laser easily passed through the tap water. As we can see, the laser didn't even pass through the fresh milk. Then here we can see the laser passing through the gelatin but not as clear as the tap water. For the second part of the experiment, we used 500 ml of water and added a bar of gulaman. We used a stirring rod to mix them completely. Then we poured it on ice tray A until 2/3 full. We then took ice tray C and filled it with the gulaman solution. After that, we added a piece of pineapple chunks to ice tray A and let it set. We repeated the same methods, but this time we used gelatin. Now we used ice tray B and C and then also added pineapple chunks to it. And that is all for the summary of our laboratory experiments 1, 2, and 3. Thank you for watching!